essentially the reason that you were getting chicks for him is because it was his desire and you were just being the good, submissive woman. And you have no autonomy. You have no insights of your own. So you just had to feed his dark desires. Isn't that kind of passing the buck and basically putting him at fault for things that you also were equally participating in?
I'm not passing the buck. It's not his fault. I did what he asked because I wanted to do it for him. I take full blame.
Isn't that you wanted to do it for him because it made you happy as well, right?
Filling his cup and seeing the desire of him wanting me more did make me happy. Because when I would do those things for him, he would want me more.
So you're equally responsible.
Yes,
here,
correct.
Right?
100% equally responsible.
Yeah. Okay, so continue with the story. I just wanted to make sure I got the details correct.
Our very first sex party that we went to, which we're both voyeurs. We like to watch. We don't actually partake in the sex parties. It's a psychological thing for me. I'm trying to better understand why these women and men are swapping and sharing each other. So there was this one guy that was walking around, and
there's really no better way to do that than by participating, right?
I don't like to be watched.
Oh.
That's why I would never participate, because I did not want to be. I don't like to be watched. I like it to be intimate with my man, and I would like. So there was this man at the sex party walking around, and he probably had the biggest penis I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was probably the size of my arm. Nobody would touch this man. Nobody at all. And then all of a sudden, this woman that was like 400 pounds just like sumo wrestled herself over and was like, well, I'll do it. And so him and I just start laughing. And we get in trouble for laughing, so we get kicked out of this party because we were just so uncomfortable at our first experience at this. And he was like, would you have ever done that? And I was like, no. So then that's when he started to evolve sexually. And I can't give him what he desires anymore. So he wants me to find somebody more monogamous.
Yeah, so I mean, ultimately, you're being a fucking degen, right? Like, you were both just being a couple of fucking degens. You're going out of your way to just have sex with a ton of different people because it was self-gratifying for you, right?
Oh, I wasn't having sex with other people.
Yeah, I know, but he was, and you were helping him, like, case him out, scope him out, find him. You were basically like the Weinstein side. What's the chick's name? What is the chick's name?
Giselle
the like
Maxwell?
Weinstein side chick. What's her name?
You're talking about Giselle Maxwell?
Yeah, Maxwell. You were basically his Ghislaine Maxwell, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So you were basically, and how would you convince these women to go do this with this guy?
They were attracted to me.
Did you pay them?
No, never.
No?
No. We met, like, one of the girls that we met, she was all about me. We met her at a lesbian bar, and she saw me and was like, oh my God, you're the most beautiful thing. And she grabbed my breast and was like, and that turned him on. Like, he liked to see women turned on to me.
None of this the whole time that this was going on, none of it was a red flag for you that a woman just went over and grabbed your breast and said, oh, you're beautiful, and then your dude wanted to be, like, what in the world's going through your mind while this is happening?
I don't really know. I was always intoxicated. I was willing to keep his cup filled. I did it without expectation of anything, except for, if you ever break up with me, don't leave my children. My children did not know about the lifestyle. And
wait, there's children involved in this?
No children involved. I'm just saying my children never knew about it.
No. So wait, you guys had children.
No, I have children.
You have children. Okay, so they're not his children. But while you are taking care of two children, you're involving yourself in sex swinger parties and helping this guy find women to bone while you have kids?
I mean, they never knew about it.
I mean, does that make it better? If
No.
mom's burying dead bodies in the backyard, is it good? You know, well, the kids never knew about it. Right? It's like they know about it now, right?
No.
I mean, didn't you just admit all this on one of the largest IRL podcasts in the world?
Well, being that my son is in military school and does not have a cell phone, and I guarantee you
Well, I mean, is he going to be in military school for the rest of his life?
No.
Mr. Bulle donated $200. Message from the Inquisition Patriarchy. Brian, you shall address Andrew as the Grand Inquisitor. Panel,
fuck is
the
this?
Inquisition Patriarchy stands ready to rebuke your degeneracy. Not one step back.
Well, thanks, Mr. Boulay, for the donation. But I mean, honestly, what are you going to do? Your son, I think I caught this earlier. He's almost an adult, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, eventually he's going to find out about this.
I'm
isn't
sure he will.
Yeah. So I mean,
They knew that we had a girlfriend. They knew the three of us all lived together. We didn't hide that from my children, that there was three of us.
So
in a
the kids were
relationship.
involved then,
In one of the relationships.
where you had a throuple.
Yes.
And in what world did you think that was a good idea for your kids?
I never did.
Then why the hell did you do it?
That's why I'm single now.
You're single now because you made a bad choice to have a throuple?
No, honestly, you want to know why I'm single now? Because I won't
Yeah.
let him watch me fuck other men. There it is.
Wait, you're single now because what?
I won't let him watch me fuck other men.
So he was a cuck.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So he was a cuck. He wanted to watch you get bedded down with other dudes, and that was your line, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He broke up
gotcha.
with me.
So, yeah. So I mean, but the thing is I do have to ask this because I'm curious, right? Why would he have to break up with you? Isn't well, hey, baby, I want to really watch another guy plow you while I watch that shit. Isn't that enough for you to be like, yeah, wait, well,
I was
think
already
I'm gonna-
checked
Me
out.
and my kids are going to go out of here now.
I was already checked out, and not only was I already checked out, I neglected his needs as a man, and I did not break up with him in fear that he would drop my son. He has been a
What
very
do you mean drop your
So
son?
he adopted my son pretty much.
Well, pretty much, or did he adopt him?
So the paperwork is being processed and everything, but
No, he's not. So he hasn't actually adopted your son.
not yet physically. But
Okay, so if he hasn't adopted your son, there's no real investment here other than emotional investment. Why would you want to keep a cuck around your children?
I didn't.
Yeah, I know, but he broke up with you though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you did.
I mean, I'm the type of person that our relationship wasn't my kids' relationship. His relationship with my kids are different. Like, even though he broke up with me, he still plays an active, positive role in my son's life. Like, for me, being a single mom of my son for 17 years, I am a woman. I cannot raise a boy and teach him how to be a man. I can only
Do
show
you think
him.
a cuck can raise a boy and teach him how to be a man?
Well, they don't know about that stuff.
Yeah, but they're going to eventually know about that. What do you think he's going to tell him? One day they're going to be out fishing when he's 19. He's going to be like, hey, you know what? I really liked watching dudes plow your mom. It was fantastic. In fact, I would highly recommend it. Do you
I don't
in
think
what world
he
is that
would
a good
ever
idea?
do that. I know for a fact he would never do that.
How do you know
From a
that?
man's perspective, though.
Because he's a very private person and doesn't want people knowing about this side of him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think that the last person that I'd want to have the masculine energy around my kids would be a person who wanted to watch their mother get plowed by other dudes. It seems
Hence
like
why
a
we
terrible,
don't have
terrible thing.
we haven't even slept together since he broke up with me. So like there hasn't
Yeah, I
been
know,
any
but
sex.
that's the thing is that he broke up with you. You didn't break up with him, which means that he told you he was a cuck and wanted these different relationships, this and that. You didn't even end it. He ended it. So you were okay with this.
It wasn't that I was soberly okay with it. I was in love with a person that showed me his true side and was always honest with me. I fell in love. What else can you say?
You fell in love with a cuck.
He's the first man that I've ever fallen in love with.
What is it with this cuck epidemic? I don't. Do you girls get it? Do you understand? What is the deal with this? Why is there so many dudes who want to see their chick get plowed by other dudes while I don't understand this phenomenon.
I can honestly say that I would never be in a relationship like this again. And I don't think that I will ever, I can honestly say I don't think a man is going to want to marry me after knowing what I did for him, because I'm not going to do those things anymore.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure that that's true, that there's just no other man who will ever want to marry you. I'm just saying that, doesn't it seem like if a person were to go to you, because I understand your position. Your position is look, I'm a single mom. I'm looking for a masculine figure in my kids' lives. He's a good man, but he has kind of this sexual deviant side about him.
He's a great man.
You refer to this deviant side as the dark passenger, right? That's what you're referring to the deviant side as. But the second a man is willing to share you with another man for his own sexual gratification, how much do you really think he values you?
Okay, so I know he valued me in the aspect of how I ran a house. I never
A maid? You're a bang maid?
No, I paid my own bills. I wasn't a maid. I am a great cook. I kept his balls empty. I gave him peace. I gave him respect. I ran a very good home. I never bitched or complained. And when we did argue, I accepted that he was going to leave and then come back and talk about it respectfully.
Do you think that a man can have self-respect if their significant other, if they let men plow their significant other and they, in fact, insist on it? Do you think that they can actually have any form of self-respect? Do you think that any man, any real man could ever allow that in a million years?
I question it.
Hell no. Look at the chick next to you. She's like, hell no. Mm-mm. No, you ain't sharing your significant other with nobody if you got self-respect. That's not the way it works.
I did respect him, and I did fill his cup with his dark passenger. It's like the show, if you've seen Dexter.
You filled your own cup. What you did was you made a series of terrible, horrible choices, and this guy revealed himself for what he was, and you didn't care. You put yourself, your own values ahead of that of your kids. The guy said he was a cuck. He valued you. He had no value.
He didn't tell me he was
You're
a cuck
nothing. You're a
until
piece
later.
of meat. You're a piece of meat for him to share with the other wolves.
Now I know that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm happy to move the convo on, but I appreciate the engagement.